So if you're a PC gamer and you've been admiring the van dwelling lifestyle, then you probably come across my picture that I posted on Reddit a couple weeks ago. I posted it on the PC Master Race subreddit, the Vanlife subreddit, and it blew up. And a lot of you guys had so many questions that I felt like I needed to make a video to explain how on earth I have my gaming PC in my van. So first of all, what are the specs of my PC? Now, if you're coming from the PC Master Race subreddit, you might laugh at me for this, but this is one of my lower end PCs, so don't judge me here. I didn't want to put my big PC in the van, but this is actually a pre-built from iBuyPower, and it's an i7 processor, i7 7700K processor with the 1080 GPU and 16 gigs of RAM. So nothing too crazy, but it can run pretty much any game at Ultra just fine, which is awesome. To the big questions, how do I power this beast in a van? Everything in this van, this camera, this microphone, the PC, all my lights, it's all powered from solar power. And I've got 400 watts of solar panels on the roof and 300 amp hours of battery life under the bed. And I can pretty much game on my PC all day long and into the night with that power supply. Now, where the problem comes in is, let's say I've been playing all day and the next day it's really cloudy outside. My batteries actually won't charge up because there's no sun. There's no sun to gather the energy from. So that's the biggest downside. Now, if it's sunny the next day, it's no problem. It'll charge right back up and I can play continuously. And I haven't really pushed it to its limits, but I play video games all the time, and it's never run out of battery for me. And when I go to work during the week, if I've been playing video games all night and the battery's kind of low, I make sure to park directly in the sun where there's no shade, and it charges the batteries right up in time for me to get off work and play more video games. I swear I'm not that big of a loser. I don't play video games that often, but you know, if I charge it just in case I do want to be lazy and play video games all night. Now, how do I get internet in the van? Now, unfortunately, I don't really have a super good answer for this. When I'm on the road, unfortunately, it's just, honestly, I just use my phone hotspot. Now, it's not the best, but it does work. When I was on the road, I played World of Warcraft, a little bit of RuneScape, and it worked fine. You know, it's a little spotty, so I definitely wouldn't play like ranked games, competitive games, or anything that's like time sensitive. I don't know. It's just not that reliable, but it does work if you're playing something casual like World of Warcraft and you're not raiding or anything. It's doable. Now, my current situation, I'm fortunate enough to be parked in a friend's driveway where I can run a Cat5 cable from their router into my van, and it works just fine. Now, a lot of you guys are probably like, why a Cat5 and not a shielded Cat6? Well, let me tell you why. The Cat5 was free, so that's why. But internet works fantastic as long as it's ran that way. And again, I wish I had a better solution for you guys. If you guys know a better solution on how to get internet on the road, please leave it in the comment section below, and I will pin it to the top if it's a good suggestion. Now, when I initially posted my photo on Reddit, a few people brought up an issue that didn't even cross my mind, but when you brought it up, it gave me a panic attack. If I were to go over a bump with the computer in the van, my GPU would wiggle. And if I go over a big enough bump, it could wiggle so much that it could literally break the GPU. And that terrified me because that's something I didn't even think about. So I immediately ran to the PC and checked on it. But thankfully, the way my GPU sits, it's pretty snug in there. But just in case, I ended up getting a GPU support off Amazon. It was like $12. And if you guys are interested, I'll put that in the description below. But that seems to work fine. There's absolutely no wiggle now. So my mind is at ease. So thank you to all of you guys that brought that up to me. I appreciate it. Last but not least, let's talk about my gaming area. It's not the best gaming area. I'm in this very makeshift chair. It's not super duper comfortable, but it works. And I wouldn't suggest sitting in it for hours and hours on end, but it does work. And I definitely have to get up and stretch every now and then. And the table's not super duper big. Thankfully, I've got one of the smaller keyboards from Razer. And it fits nicely on my table. And I usually play with my mouse sensitivity pretty low, but ever since I moved into the van, I had to raise it up a little higher because there's not a lot of real estate for me to move it around. Also, the monitor, a lot of you guys brought up a concern about what happens when I'm driving or like if I'm sleeping. Aren't you scared of kicking your monitor off the table? Actually, it's not a super expensive. It's not expensive at all. I think it was like $125 from Best Buy. It's a really dumb 27-inch monitor. Just when I am sleeping or when I'm driving, I put it away in this area right here. And if it does get scuffed up, I'm not really too worried about it. Again, it's not a super nice monitor. But so far it's been working great. It's almost a little too big. I kind of wish I went smaller, because 27 inches, it hangs off the table a bit. I don't know. It's a small thing that doesn't really matter. But now in the future, I would really like for the monitor to be on some sort of a mounting system where I can move it in and out of the way. But I just haven't gotten into it. This works fine for now. It really would be nice to have that. And I think that's the only addition to my setup that I would make. I mean, I live in a van. I can't have it all, you know? And so this works just fine. But that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It would help me out so much. And if you guys have any more questions about my gaming setup or the van in general, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer all of them as much as I can. I read all my comments and I reply to everybody. So I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.